All right, so question 9, June 2021, it says in the diagram below, ECG and F are points on the circumference of a circle. EG is a diameter of the circle. The tangent AEB, so this is tangent AEB, is parallel to CD. And just for information purpose, which will come into handy while working one of these questions, when a tangent meets a circle, what angle is formed when a tangent meets a circle? The circumference of the circle, when a tangent, right at where the tangent is, what angle is formed? Anybody? What angle is formed when a tangent meets a circle?
90.
Okay. Go again, CJ.
This is what angle is formed?
Yeah.
Right angle.
A right angle, 90 degrees. Thank you, Tony and Tyra. 90 degrees. So the question now says, determine the value of each of the following angles and show detailed working where necessary and give a reason to support your answer. The first thing they want us to find is ECD. So angle ECD. So they want us to find the angle right here. ECD. ECD. Anybody, what is the angle here? At ECD?
Third. Third, the angle is 68.
How is it 68? Tell me, how is it 68?
Sir, because it's a Z
And a Z
angle.
angle.
Thank you. This is a Z angle, or they are corresponding. So angle AEC, so where we have angle, so angle AEC is equal to angle ECF, which is equal to 68 degrees. So let's see what they said. Show detailed working. There's not much work in there to show. Give a reason. So reason, alternate angles are equal. So that is our ECD. Next, they want us to find CEG. Now, that is where the tangent that we just spoke about comes into play. So when a tangent meets a radius, so they want us to find CEG. We just discussed when a tangent, so if the tangent here and here, and we have 22 degrees. Very good, Tony. So therefore, what we'll have is detail working 90 degrees minus 68 degrees is equal to 22 degrees. The reasoning that we're given, where a tangent meets a radius and 90 degrees is formed. So because of that, because a 90 degrees is formed here, from this 90 degrees, we already know 68 degrees out of it. So all we need to do is to subtract this 68 degrees from the 90, and you are left with 22 degrees. So that is our answer for part 2. Part 3 now, they want us to find CGF. CGF. All right, so what we know that this right here is 68. Right here is 22. Anybody remember about opposite sides or opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral? What are they equal to?
180. 180, sir?
Yes. So they are supplementary, which means that they are equal to 180 degrees. And the question wants us to find CGF. So they basically want us to find this angle right here. So what would that be equal to? First, so we're looking at basically this angle here would be supplementary with this. So we need to know what is the missing angle here. To find that, we know a 90 degrees is also formed here. We can determine what this is. How can we determine what this is?
C angles are alternate angles too.
But what would be the degrees here? So for just this part that I'm highlighting, this part. If you're looking at it, like how you'd have given it in class, this would have been, so this is our transversal, and this right here, if right here is 106 degrees, what is the angle right here?
Sir, repeat.
If right here is the 106 degrees, what is the angle here? Which is it right here? What will be this angle?
106.
No. Go again. Remember internal,
Sir.
yeah.
68.
No. Go again, Zay, check that again. You're close, but I think you did a typo or something. 74, very good. So remember, internal angles here, they are supplementary. So you expect that the angle here plus the angle here should add up to 180 degrees. So therefore, this right here is 180. 180 minus 106. And this would give us 74 degrees. So if this right here is 74 degrees, what is the missing angle right here? So remember, tangent is formed right here. It's very good, side 16. So right here is 16. So if now we would know the total degrees here, we already discussed how this and this part relates. So if right here is 22 and 16, what is the angle here at G? Go again. 22 plus 16, that would have given us 38. But remember, we're looking for CGF. So this is where we're trying to find, CGF. What would CGF be equal to? So that angle at G, what would that be equal to?
142.
142. Very good, Ariane. 142. So this would be equal to 142 because remember, opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary, meaning that they add up to 180. So this is 22 and 16. So that accounts for 38 degrees. So it is 180 minus 38 degrees. That gives us the 142. So that one, and it's worth 2 marks, just as other questions, but it's just that it took a bit more working. So going through it now here. So the first thing that we did, let me see, we found angle BEF. And we said that angle BEF is equal to 180 minus 106 degrees, which gives us 74 degrees. And the reason that we state here is interior angles are supplementary. After we found that, we then found the 16 degrees. So that would be what? FEG. So then we found angle FEG, which we said is 90 minus 74, which we got 16 degrees. And the reasoning is this same reasoning here. So where a tangent meets a radius and 90 degrees is formed. So that is how we could subtract that from the 90 degrees. And then finally, we could have then found CGF. Angle CGF is equal to 180 minus the 22 plus 16, which is equal to 180 minus 38, which we got to be 142 degrees. And the reasoning that we have is opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. So that would be our answer there. So I hope you guys really got that one. And now we are on to the famous bearings. So this says, from a arbor H, the bearing of two ships, Q and R, are 69 degrees and 151 degrees respectively. And Q is 175 kilometers from H, while R is 242 kilometers from H. And part one of the question says, complete the diagram to show the information that was given. So the question told us, so Q, it is 175 kilometers from H. So this here will have 175. There's a bearing of 69 and 151 from R. So this is 151. But this reading here to be 151 minus 69, and you'll get 82 degrees here. So it is the 82 plus the 69 that gives us the 151. What else did they give us? So they gave us 69 degrees, 151, 175, 242. Okay, so that is all our information. Part 2 now says, calculate QR, which is the distance between the two ships to the nearest kilometers. So I know you guys probably are tired, but I'm asking you, what will we use? Will we use cosine rule or sine rule? Looking
Cosine.
at cosine, very good. So you'll be using the cosine rule. So we're looking at QR, so it is QR square is equal to the square of the other two sides. So we're looking at 242 square plus 175 square minus 2 being multiplied by 242 multiplied by 175 multiplied by cos 82. So we're looking, so remember it is the cos that is opposite this. So as a matter of fact, let me write the general formula for cosine. So it will be the length, let's say c square is equal to a square, which these are the other sides, a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. So that is basically what is happening here. This is just, we're just populating the formula. So we're using the 175 and 242 as our AB numbers. C square is the QR, which is what we're trying to find. And we have cos 82, which is opposite to the length that you are trying to find. So that is the degrees that you are using, the one that is opposite to it. And we can now go ahead and work. So therefore, QR square is equal to, put in the 242 square plus 175 square, and what you'll get is 89,189 minus, now put in everything from this part. So you have 2 multiplied by 242 multiplied by 175 multiply by cos 82. And what do you get when you do that? So when you put in 2 multiply by 242 multiply by 175 multiply by cos 82, put in everything as 1 in your calculator, and what do you get? Anybody? So when you do that, what you'll get is very good answer. It is 11,787.96. And when you do this subtraction of 89,189 minus the 11,787.96, what do you get? So you do that subtraction. Very good. So 77,401.04. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, remember, we're just trying to find the length by itself. So QR would be equal to the square root of this. So we're getting rid of the square from our QR. So it will be the square root of 77,401.04. And what will that be? QR is equal to, what will that be? 278.21 kilometers. And the question said we should give it to the nearest kilometers. So our answer will be 278 kilometers. So this is it, to the nearest kilometer. And that is, so the distance between the two ships is 278 kilometers. So that's what will go here, the distance between the two ships, 278 kilometers. Now the next question asks us to calculate how far due south is ship R from the harbor. So how far due south, if we're looking at how far due south, so this is the harbor. So how far due south is ship R from the harbor? So you can see that we formed a right angle triangle right there. So let me go and show you the question. All right, that's it right there. So how far due south is ship R of the harbor? So what first thing we realize is that we can calculate the angle here. So we can calculate the angle here, and that would be 180 minus, because I realize this is a straight line. I remember angle on a straight line adds up to 180 degrees. So this would be 180 minus the two known angles, which is 69 plus 82. So what would be the missing angle there? Very good, 29 degrees. So 29 degrees would be the missing angle here. But that's just a start. So we found out what the missing angle is. Now we can go ahead, use cos, just regular trigonometry, cos, which is cos theta over so adjacent over hypotenuse. So we're trying to find how far due south is it. So you're looking at this. Cos 29 is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So how far due south? Cos 29, you just found adjacent over the hypotenuse. So we're trying to find the length of this adjacent. So how far due south? This is the south line. So how far due south is R from the harbor? So this is what we're trying to find here. So you can say the cos 29, and remember cos is equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse. So the adjacent, this is what we're trying to find, this is it. So let's call it x over the hypotenuse. Remember the hypotenuse of this triangle is always the longest part. So it is x over 242. So what would x be when you work this out? That will give you how far due south it is, R from the harbor. How far due south is R from the harbor? Because we're looking at length here, 211.65. So you'll get cos 29 multiplied by 242 is equal to x. And when you work that out, you get 211 Ariane, check again if you only get 2.66 instead of 65, because isn't the number that followed, wasn't it an 8? So 211.66 kilometers is equal to x. So that's what the question asks, how far due south? So we're looking at kilometers. So how far due south is ship R of the arbor? So that's why we extend our line here. How far due south is ship R of the arbor? So we calculated first, we find the missing angle here, and then we use our trigonometry to solve this. So it is cos 29 over the adjacent, which is what we're trying to find, the distance here over the hypotenuse. So it is cos 29 is equal to x over 242, and we got the 211.66 kilometers.